Power podcast. It's been a while for me. Micah is back as he usually is.
Hello.
And our special guest today is, you know,
Reggie Begelton.
Reggie Begelton. Welcome to the pod.
A lot to get him out of here. So it's a struggle to get this guy. He's like a A-list celebrity.
He's a big deal.
You know, you can't get him. He's always out and about.
Relax.
How did you get him today?
He came to my locker and stood in front of me and begged.
I think that's how he gets most
right
of the
in front of
guys.
another. Pretty much. I was like, this is my one chance. I was trying to give it some peer pressure. I was hoping if I did in front of someone else, he'd feel like, you know, like, oh, I can't say no in front of Micah. It worked.
Nah, it's my fellow Texas guy. You know, I got to help him out. Speaking of that, Texas, what would you say are the biggest difference in demographics in Texas? Would you consider like Texas' own nation in the United States? And then when you go to Texas, like, what's the difference?
I pledge allegiance to the Texas. We all did it.
Yeah.
And it was weird because I brought it up. I'm like, I remember, sorry, we're talking about the Texas.
Yeah, you got to fill me in here.
All right, so in America, we have the American.
We have the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes.
Which is the American, and then we have the Texas
flag.
So and there's both of them.
Okay.
So I think we started with America.
No, I think we started with the Texas.
So we started our allegiance every morning like that.
Yeah.
Every morning, and I pledge allegiance. How'd it go?
To the Texas?
To the
Texas flag.
Oh.
Texas
One
is
invisible. Yeah.
Texas is the only flag, I believe, in the United States that can fly at the same height as the United States.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
But I realized no other state did that.
But it has its own. It has its own pledge.
Yes.
Too, like with its own. But you guys don't remember it?
No.
What the heck?
I mean, I remember like
Grade
reminiscing.
school was a
What was it? What was it?
It's
I
a
pledge
blur?
allegiance
Okay, fair.
to the Texas.
It's not One Nation Under God.
No, that's the other one. Yeah. It'll come back to me. I promise if we both got in classroom, by the fourth or fifth word, we'd be right back into whatever you call that, the assimilation.
Whatever that
I think the reason why is because we have a constitutional right, I guess you can say, to succeed anytime we want to be our own nation in Texas.
Okay.
So we have all the resources in Texas.
We do.
If we wanted to, we could be our own nation.
I see what you're saying. Right.
Gas,
You
water,
do have a lot of resources. Yeah.
the coast. And demographics. There's a video on social media, a big video that explains the different demographics of Texas. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Tell me if I'm missing one. You got North Texas, it's Dallas, near Oklahoma. You got East Texas, that's your Longviews, near Louisiana. You got your South East Texas. This is where it's kind of like, do you go southeast or you just go south?
No, they're two totally different.
Yeah, southeast, still a little bit east, still a little south, but it's like Houston area. Let's go Houston.
Okay.
Then you got Central Texas. It's basically just Austin. I mean, Austin and San Marcos. Then you got South Texas. That's South Padre. It's where everyone goes for spring break. And Mexico. And I guess, would you count that as San Antonio?
No, San Antonio is San Marcos. It's the same as Central.
Central-ish, that's true. Central.
Because west is El Paso. That's the Panhandle.
Yeah, west is, that's Lubbock.
No,
Lubbock.
Lubbock.
Lubbock is the Panhandle, right?
We got two panhandles, huh?
We got two, yeah.
What I'm getting from all this is you are both very proud Texans.
Yeah, but it's its own country. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's its own country.
It's very different depending on which.
Yeah. The point I was trying to get him to ask is we have four major parts, right? So we got Houston, Dallas, Austin, and San Antonio.
Okay.
And if you go visit Texas, everybody's like, I want to go visit Texas. But it's like, what exactly do you want to visit in Texas? Because they're all different areas. So you have Dallas, which is more corporate. Mm-hmm. I would say corporate party, corporate. Houston is country. Okay. It's country. That's where you can get your food.
Yep.
Different type of demographics of food, barbecue, Louisiana food, all kinds of Cajun, different types of food. You got Austin, which is your college town.
Okay.
Which if you want to.
6th Street.
Yep. It's the college town. So you like I said, party. It's a different party than Dallas. It's like the college party. It's more liberal there.
It's true.
Then you have your San Antonio, which we call Mexitex.
Okay.
Mexitex.
So all your taquerias. So my little
it's like Canada when people say I want to visit Canada, but
this is just Texas.
Right.
This is
Okay.
just
So it's
Texas.
similar. I get it. I got the vibe. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, I love it. I honestly, I now live near San Antonio, and I used to put that fourth. They were last. It was Dallas, Austin, Houston, San Antonio. But since living in San Antonio, I'll tell you one thing. I live in this little town called Castroville. Biased. I'm just saying. Look, we have 3 taquerias. What's a taqueria say? It's what would you call that? They sell Mexican food. We have 3 of them. Our town's like maybe 3,000 people, and we have 3 in one little strip, and they're all fire. And they all, let me say something to the local food area. So, you get charged here for drinks.
Yeah.
Fair. Everyone gets charged. One thing we never get charged for is refills. Another thing, too, you get a sweet tea in a taqueria, it comes out in a cup about like this, about this high, a straw in it, and you slurp it down, and before you leave, they ask you for a refill.
You want more.
They're like, hey, don't you want a refill?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm kind of full. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I paid for it, right? That's food services.
What is sweet tea?
We talked about that. I actually know what sweet tea is because we talked about this when I was on the pod. You don't know what it is?
Oh, I know what sweet tea
is.
Okay. You just mentioned sweet tea. I want to understand what exactly a sweet tea is.
Hold on.
I'll tell you what it's
different.
It's
sweet
brown
tea?
sugar.
Yeah. This is what I learned. It's just a heck of a lot of sugar.
And I'll tell you what it's not. Sweet tea is not iced tea with sugar on the side.
That part.
It doesn't melt. It just drops straight to the bottom.
Get really worked up about that, Micah.
It happened again.
Because it has to be hot.
It happened again
It has
2
to
days
be
ago.
freshly brewed, then put the
Totally. I get that.
Yeah,
for the sugar to melt.
No, it's not the same.
It happened
Super
again?
saturated.
Yes, I went to a restaurant and I said, "Oh, you guys."
Was it cold?
It doesn't even matter.
It does.
Because the first thing that comes to my mind is actually I'm a tea connoisseur. I'm like, do you have peach tea? Because if you tasted peach tea before, sweet peach tea, oh my gosh. I'm like, nope, we're in Canada. It's like, do you have sweet tea? Oh no, sorry. We have iced tea. And I said, you know what?
Iced tea.
It's okay. I'll just take water and lemon.
You ever had like Whataburger?
Oh,
and you had
you need to
try
explain
to get
what Whataburger is to people. They don't know what.
I don't know what
you
that
hear
is.
him? He says Whataburger. That's how we say it in Texas, though. But the
Whataburger.
proper name is What a Burger.
Yeah, it's water. It's a Whataburger.
Whataburger.
It's so juicy.
Whataburger.
It's water.
Whataburger.
It's a water burger.
Oh.
You're right. I used to think it was.
Okay.
I said Whataburger for like my whole life,
Everybody
but I spelt
It's a
it out
Texas
one time.
Okay.
It's actually what a burger,
It's
which
what
makes
a burger.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even emphasize in commercials now. What a burger.
They do.
Yes.
It won't make a difference in Texas.
It don't.
It's the one with the W. In case some
orange.
Canadians don't know, the orange W,
W.
which they gotten away from back in the '90s when we were kids. You're 32, right? 31. He's an old one. Yeah, that they used to all have the buildings with the W, the orange W, and that's how you know. But now they're going more modern. It's because Starbucks.
Yeah, because I had a big W at the front.
Oh yeah. And then you would always know if a restaurant that's new took over a Whataburger.
Oh, like the same.
It wouldn't be orange and white. It'd be whatever the color scheme was with a big W. Like that used to be a Whataburger.
Yeah.
When you guys go home for bye weeks, if you go home, so do you just crush all the food there?
I already know where you're going.
Yes, you do. Like you miss it that much.
Because one thing about me, I love my seafood.
Okay.
We don't live anywhere near
No,
the
we
sea
do
here.
not. No, Alberta's
So-
not the place to get great seafood. Yeah.
So I make sure when I go back home, I indulge in my seafood, get all my omega-3s that I need.
Sweet.
And it's not hard to do. It's much cheaper. It's much cheaper, guys. It's much cheaper. You don't even have to try hard to get full in Texas.
Nope.
You spend $10 and you're like, man, I just got a whole buffet. I feel like I'm ripping them off.
That's how they get you, though. They fill you up with bread at the beginning.
But the bread's so good.
Yes, it is. You go to Texas Roadhouse or something like that, and you indulge in bread, and it's like, I
Game
got
over.
my whole meal of fried chicken right here, and I ain't even touched it. I'll just bring that home for later. That's how they get you and get you coming back, too.
See, that's why we have the big Texas O linemen, too, and D linemen. Everything's bigger in Texas, but man, I'm just getting hungry thinking about this.
Let's talk about fishing. We're totally changing the topic, but it came up
still
not
food.
that long ago. We had
Yeah,
explained to
yeah,
the people we were doing a different thing, and you guys started talking about fishing. I know you're a fisherman. You have a baby photo with a fishing rod, but it doesn't sound like you're quite the same sort of fisherman that Reggie is.
I've only fished once in my life.
Only once. Okay.
Yep, and the one time I did, This is terrible. It's terrible. So my wife, girlfriend at the time, for my 25th birthday, 26th birthday.
Took you that long? God.
Oh yeah, I've never even fished. I mean, the most I fished was that picture. I had a fishing rod. They'll probably show it later. Anyways, we're living in Chicago, and she wakes up on birthday like, "Hey, we're going somewhere." I'm like, "It's 6 a.m. Where could we be going?" And also, we're in Chicago in the winter, post-season. It's also negative 10 degrees outside. What could we possibly be doing? So she's like, "Bundle up."
Yeah, you might want to bundle up.
Texas people don't know how to bundle up.
No, we don't.
We don't know how to bundle up. Like, what, put this jacket on? No, you got to wear layers. So I wore as many layers as I can, but I'm telling you, there's something about my body. As soon as it get cold, you know how everything goes to your extremities? My body takes that very seriously.
Well, you're very deep in melanin. Melanin does not help with the cold.
I'm telling you, my fingers immediately, they're like, "Don't take off your gloves." I learned all the good things in Chicago. Never take off your gloves when it's cold, because the moment you do, it's over.
Yeah, once you get cold, it's way harder to warm up again. That's the key, is to avoid.
Ears and your extremities. Ears, hands, and feet. If one of those get cold,
it's usually my hands. So anyways, you guys are wondering what I'm talking about if you haven't figured it out. She took me ice fishing, where you cut a hole about this big in the ground. And hold on,
in the ice.
Before I even get there, we started driving on top of this lake.
Oh, that's scary.
And I was like, have we checked? Have we checked? She's like, "Mike, there's an 18-wheeler right in front of us." I was like, "I don't care. They might have not checked." That's
We're you can't just follow them off the edge of the cliff. Yeah.
And it's frozen for the first time. Nothing is frozen in Texas. And the one time it was frozen, it almost shut down the whole nation.
Yeah.
And we can go back on that. But anyways, yeah, and then the one other thing that was really particular was, so we were with buddies they were from Iowa and Wisconsin.
More Midwest people.
The man who was the wife of our friend, or the husband of our friend, he had like an automatic hole thing.
An auger.
Yeah. But then
an automatic
he's like, "I already did it for y'all. Don't worry about it." And then he was like manually doing another hole by hand with no gloves on. And look, I'm smart. I checked. I'm like, "No way. You can't fake cold." I looked at his extremities. Because
they were red.
If it was red, that means he's warm. If it's pale, which I expected, pale purple, blue, his hands were as red as can be. He wasn't affecting him at all. It was negative 10 degrees, and he was barehanded doing that. And anyways, I did not catch a fish. We sat there for 2 hours, mostly in misery. Sorry, that's my one
mostly
fishing
in misery.
So,
now, have you done ice fishing?
I have not.
Maybe we should take you ice fishing.
No, I've always said once. I go for the pleasure.
Yes.
I go for the pleasure. If I don't see it pleasurable, I won't go. So it's I don't see that pleasurable at all.
But ice fishing is kind of cool. Like he just described it. You drive onto the ice, you dig a little hole, you sit in a tent, you bring some drinks, some chocolate.
I've been fishing all my life.
You stick your head, you can see all the way down to the bottom of the lake through the hole. It's kind of cool. I went as a kid.
This is how I know this. Over the hole?
No, you look over and it's kind of light and you
7 years old.
You can see all the way down.
It's way too late for me.
If you fall in that hole, it's over.
No, it's not big enough to fall in. It's like half the size of this, or it should be half the size
I'll
of this.
give you this.
You might step in it with your foot. I did that a lot.
Fishing might actually be a pretty good podcast set.
Yeah,
can you imagine like talking about something and we're in our little tent in the hole and you're trying to catch a fish? That's great for a podcast.
You'd have to pay Reggie about how much would you have to pay Reggie to go there? A lot.
You'll have to pay me dinner for a week.
Dinner for a week?
That's pretty
all?
Good. That's it. I thought it'd be way more.
You gotta pay my mortgage for a whole year.
Dinner for a week.
We took the Flames goaltender, Micah and ice fishing. So we could take you guys ice fishing. We could make it happen.
Legal? Is that legal? Can they legally do that?
Yeah, of course.
Think it's legal.
Yes, it's legal.
I think that's like taking someone out.
Why would it be illegal?
Have you watched Yellowstone?
Yes.
When they say take you out to the train station.
That's not the same thing. Taking you ice fishing is not.
If you take me ice fishing, I'm like, oh, that's it.
I'm just gonna leave you out there.
Imagine if you didn't tell me what to wear. Literally would be like.
We would tell you.
It doesn't matter. Okay. I die.
No, it's honestly, it's. You do it once, you're good. You don't need to do it again. I feel.
Coming from a Canadian.
You really love.
I wish
fish.
I was able to help you with your first experience. Because, you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. You teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
There we go.
Right? So for you, your entire experience is trash.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it nibbled 3 times, and then I thought maybe it's worth it.
This is anticlimactic.
If I pull,
yeah. Yeah.
Nothing, and while I pull it up, obviously water gets everywhere. Now you got wet on your gloves.
I know.
See?
And that freezes over. Sorry, guys.
I think it's better. When I was a kid, I didn't know any better, so I just went out there and I was excited because who knows what I didn't know what I was getting into. But yeah, as an adult, you can figure out that it's probably not that fun. Okay, I'm switching the topic again because we're running out of time, and I want to talk about Fan Appreciation Week. It's the game. This game. I'm not speaking English properly right now, but what do you guys think about this game? Are you excited for Saskatchewan to come around? And also, Micah, if you don't like the cold, like tomorrow it's only supposed to be 8 degrees and rainy. So have you figured that out yet? How to...
You figure out how to bundle up?
Yeah.
The thing about ice fishing is you're sitting there for 2 hours.
Right.
I will be running as hard as possible to that ball to warm my body cells up. So, no, I'm not afraid of that.
Okay.
It's when you're sitting there and...
Got
Again,
it.
different. Not ice fishing. I'm fishing for greenies, Saskatchewanese.
Greenies. It's going to be a Christmas crowd
What do they
tomorrow.
call themselves?
Melons.
Melonheads.
Watermelons.
Is that their mascot? What is their mascot?
I don't think it's a watermelon.
Is that
but
little bear thingy?
I can't think of what it is.
Is that a little bear thingy?
Little bear thingy.
Yeah, they have.
What's that on the sideline? Little bear thingy.
Is that them?
Is
I don't
that
know.
them?
I
That's
can't
not
think
them?
of
Am I
it.
thinking about the wrong
Is that
people?
them? I know what you're talking about.
Bear thingy.
And have a green shirt on. I see that vision.
Yeah.
Is it something like the Ohio State Buckeyes where it's like really a peanut or something? Like, what are they? What are they? Do they have a mascot?
I don't know what the Riders' mascot is.
They're not
I can't
a
think of
watermelon.
it. It's definitely not a watermelon,
red
but I
in there.
can't visualize what it is. I'm never on. It's probably on the other sideline always, right? So you guys would see it if you're running
I
on that
always
side,
see
but
it
I
on
never.
film. I thought it was a...
I think it's not a kangaroo.
Yeah,
It's
it's like a
a
little
tail.
Kangaroo?
That's not kangaroo.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway.
We're catching the green ones.
First and foremost, thank you for all the amazing fans. You're the
Gracias.
best fans in the world
Bon
to
Montana.
come out here and support us.
Merci.
I feel sorry for you Saskatchewan fans that's going to come here and look at a butt whooping, but it's okay. I mean, you get to enjoy the game, right? Yeah.
Push them to the side over there.
They get to come to Calgary. They should be excited. It's a great city.
Maybe we can convert you Calgary and Saskatchewanans.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them actually.
I think you could. I think we've converted a few of them already. So
Nice.
all right.
But no,
Last
appreciate
thing.
y'all. What?
Do you remember your lunch number?
Oh wait, lunch number?
Yeah.
I remember my Texas Tech ID.
No,
What's
your
a lunch number?
Your
I know
your grade school lunch number that you stuck with you
the entire
throughout your
school
entire
district. Yeah,
12
Oh.
grades that you had to give.
12 grades. Holy, all you
my
had the same
lunch
number.
number. I don't. Oh my gosh, no.
So you were at the same school for all
No,
12?
No. If you, I think it's the state of Texas.
Like a state thing.
It's the same
Oh,
district. If you
interesting.
stay in the
Okay.
same district,
Is it?
Okay.
I thought it carried. I thought that lunch number carried.
I forgot that completely, man.
You really?
I mean, but I used
Reggie,
to love
what's
those.
yours?
I used to
Mine
love
is
those.
789-884.
789-884.
So you know the lunch number, but you have to try to remember what's it called?
The Texas-
allegiance,
yeah,
pledge
the
of
Tex-
allegiance
yeah,
to
to the
Texas.
Texas flag.
To the Texas flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. No, is that it? Is that the Texas one or American one? I'm getting confused.
Don't worry about it. We'll Google it and we'll come
We'll
back.
Google it. Yeah, we'll get
Yeah.
Reggie back for part 2 when we
Tejas.
go ice fishing. Reggie, Micah, ice fishing. We'll go to like I don't know, Moline Lake or something when it freezes over. Yeah.
We might not
No.
survive. We're
Never
not coming
gonna
back. If that ever happens, just know they took me out to the train station. Yellowstone style. We might
practicing.
be in Montana,
I'm
actually.
practicing my white flag signal now.
No.
Okay, on that note, you guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Good luck against Saskatchewan. Till next time. Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.